Welcome to the party. Alrighty, this is what I got going on. So these trees have always been tight, and as you see, you are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. I'm pretty glad that I pushed late into the night last night. Well, early this morning, 1:30. Because it did rain. The weatherman is so wrong. It's overcast now, and a couple hours we'll be ready to rock and roll. Just a little sticky. So I got this backed in last night. As you see, we got some dust on everything, but we did get a little bit of a sprinkle. Nothing too crazy, so we could keep running, but you could see we picked up some mud in some places. Row cleaners got quite a bit. So the last field we did, it was a little tackier, but it planted pretty good. Father came, moved everything this morning, got his pickup out, unloaded. So we got to do a little bit of organization as far as I got a half bag of seed. We're gonna plant, I figured today, we're gonna plant some test strips as far as varieties, as far as what we're gonna do with source, as far as cultivating. That way we literally have side by side by side to compare. So, and we're gonna have to do enough rows so that we can have a, what would it be? So we can have a control row in between of everything. So 8 rows, 8 rows, 8 rows. We got an 8-row planter. Makes it a lot nicer. We only got a 6-row head, but ooh, we got definitely a little wild. So there, it's a little chalky. Here's that tire. Yeah, we're gonna let the air out of that, and we're gonna swap that tire out. So we got the 2 spare tires that came off that parts planter, so that thing's paid for itself already. Alrighty, let's dive into today. We will be planting corn later. I got fuel filters to swap out on the 7520. Let's go find some dry ground and get some ground worked up in the meantime. We will be in a good place if I can run the 7520 for a couple hours this morning. Got stuff to do in Concord still, my own stuff. And one field that's wet that we'll probably wait to the very end and plant it. And then we got cover crop to come off. So hopefully the sun comes out today, which will mean the mower will be going and dropping cover crop. And then a day or 2, maybe 3 days of drying. If it's like this, like look at it. But they do say it's supposed to be like 90, 95, and then the sun's gonna come out and then we're gonna party. So appreciate you guys watching along. Let's dive into today. Well, we don't have an issue yet, but we're gonna do some preventative stuff because I think it is a little sluggish. We're gonna change both fuel filters. Easy enough, 33 bucks. It's just saves on the life and headaches. And when they lock up with fuel filter issues, things are not fun for any tractor. So got some fuel filters. We'll run through this. What do we got to do? Really nothing, just check everything. I did end up emptying the fertilizer tender. There's like maybe 50 pounds in it, so did that. Truck wouldn't start, so we got to get the alternator figured out. It just had a dead battery. Once I got juice on it, it started up. So it's on the charger right now. Yeah, which is annoying because that was a new alternator, so something failed prematurely on it. But fuel filters, prime it up, and yeah, should be ready to rock and roll. We got, I don't know if we got 30 some acres, maybe 40 acres left that need to get disced before the planter can run wide open. Old one's out, new one's in. I think these are the 3rd set I've ever put in, I believe, but they look a lot cleaner. Yeah, when you move diesel fuel tanks around, sediment sits on the bottom, and then when you move everything around, it floats back up and shakes it all up, and sure enough, you start killing fuel filters. So preventative stuff makes life a lot better. But prime it up here, and we are full. It should start up. On the move. Got a little bit of a road trip ahead of us. Moving 10 to 13 miles depending where we're going. Nature of it. We'll get these done, and then I'll probably leave this at my last field that I got to do as far as discing after these. Let it dry out today in this 90-degree weather, and then tomorrow I'll get into it, disc it, plant it. That's the plan. So let's get over there and get going. See, I pull over when I can get to a safe spot. I probably got a mile of cars behind me, maybe 2. That guy flipped me off. You know, he's happy. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Let's see, anybody else give me a good gesture? Well, I could have kept driving and not pulled over, because you don't legally have to pull over at all, but do it for nice people. When people flip you off, you just want to cut right back in front of them. Put them back in their place. Oh, good old Concord, Massachusetts. Not that busy for Saturday, but pretty busy. A lot of tourists, a lot of tourists. Showing you guys around here. This ground here dries out very quickly, as you see. So I pulled in here, I did my pass, and I was like, it's pulling really hard. And the homeowner that lives at the end was sitting there watching me, waving to me, giving me a thumbs up. And I make the corner and I look back. The rolling basket is clumped right up with dirt. It's like a snow plow. So yeah, we can't run it that aggressive, I guess. It's just softer ground. But I can't see a damn thing most of the time to see what's going on back there. So the surface is what is really dry and makes all the dust. It's not dry all the way through, because as you see, I've already dissed this. I'm going back up here, got a few passes left. That's not too dry. So we have moisture in the surface, or in the soil, but the surface is drying out, especially with this 90-degree weather and a good wind. But I'll get this little corner finished up. Did quite a bit. We've only been here like 40 minutes. We're about done. Folding up. AC is doing okay, but it is friggin' hot out. I'm glad that I had some AC and not the windows open. The dust bowl action we got going on. We'll get out, put the pin in. Since I'm doing road running, I want that disc held up. Oh, climb up here. Slide that bad boy through there. Do a walk around, make sure we're doing okay. Yeah, when you're in the dust, you really don't see that much. But rolling baskets look good. Alrighty, we will get down the road, go disc my field, one more, and then park this up in a field and get planting. Oh, some trash, some stumps. Yeah, still battling for my own field here. Second year with it. We'll get it worked up. A little dry, nothing too crazy, but yeah. This is what happens when it sits idle, gets neglected, or doesn't get worked well. That's just a shame. So, oh yeah, I need two hands. There is two rocks, one right there, one right there that I have zero chance of picking up. So I gotta come down and I gotta move a little dirt plot that's back here still. But yeah, that's a rock. So we'll have to do that before we plant. It's friggin' hot. I still got some rocks to pick here with the loader. But my field, the only field I got in corn this year, is done since I seeded the other one down. One more to go, then we'll jump in the planter. We're running behind. Story of our lives, right? Really gotta cut that tree down. This is my fourth try trying to get the rolling baskets through here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I came in at a bad angle. Just too far over. What the hell? Welcome to the party. Alrighty, this is what I got going on. So these trees have always been tight, and as you see, I can fit through them with the disc, and I think the rolling baskets could fit through them, but the rolling baskets had to be up there. But because it angles out right here, the rolling baskets were over too far. Then when I wiggle to get around the rock up there, rolling baskets touched on it. They don't go by. So I'm in a bad place. This tree needs to go. I'm gonna drop the rolling baskets, go disc out back. My father's gonna bring me a chainsaw. We're gonna drop that tree and we'll clean up any other ones that are in our way, like that branch right there that overhangs, because the silage trucks hit on everything. So yeah, this used to be like a freaking mud pit to get through. Then they put some gravel in it and it was way better. But we're unhooked. Never mind. I cannot get myself back over. I just don't have the room. I even pushed the rolling baskets back some. Alrighty, wait on a chainsaw. That will fall right. Oh, come on. when I leave, I'll drive up on it a little bit. It's held up by one tree out there, just sitting up in the branches, but cut it all flat. Well, as flat as I could. Get hooked back up to the baskets. Well, we got out of there, and my father, I don't know, he's stuck. He's spinning. There he goes, got in four-wheel drive. So we're out here farming. Yeah. I told him to take Yanko. He's got ice cold AC on. It is freaking hot. The AC in here it works, but it ain't ice cold, and Yanko's not a fan of the heat. So I'm gonna finish this, and I got one little field that's next door, and then he's gonna pick me up. I'm gonna move this back to the last field we got, that wet field back towards home, and leave it there overnight, and then tomorrow I'll disc it. Now that we got that one done, tiny little one, we get to park this thing, jump in the planter, and hammer some seed in. But like I said, oh wait, it fell down. I was gonna push that, drive over it, but clearly it fell down. You know what I find creepy though? There's like a masquerade mask right there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's there. So it fell down, we're good. That'll be a lot nicer. Now you don't have to worry. Yeah. Not a chance where we're gonna fit through. Yeah, that tread was pulled right off, so swapped it out, everybody. Don't worry. There we go. Alrighty. The discs are sitting down at pretty much my last field. Until we get into it is my last field until we get into cover crop. Cover crop is all dropped, so roughly 30 acres of that. Some good yields, some a little less. It depends how much manure we put on it in the fall. We're gonna go planting, but I literally haven't ate anything at all today, so I had to get some dinner. Got everybody dinner, I guess. Oh, so I'm gonna go get dinner, get some drinks. It's like 7 o'clock now. Probably gonna run until can't keep my eyes open anymore, and then we'll call it a night, so better be prepared. So it's all dropped, and we dropped it with the mower that lays it out so it's flat, but there's quite a bit of tonnage here, so it's gonna dry for a while. I have a feeling we're gonna rake it, and that was kind of my mindset why I didn't put new knives in the chopper over the winter. Figured if I can chop cover crop and grass through it, and then we'll put a whole set of new knives, or first cutting, then we'll put a whole set of knives in. But it was pretty good. So it did start heading out, as you see, like that, but decent timing. That's pretty good yield. I don't know why he missed so many spots, but it is what it is. We'll walk up here. He bumped it up, so there must have been a rock or something here. Oh, what time is it? 6 o'clock? So the horn in town sounds throughout the day for time. He must have been nervous that there was a rock in here or something. So this was it. But this was where the air seeder didn't seed anything, so there's a rock right there. But yeah, got quite a bit to do. We got food, drinks. We forgot to get the water, but we got to stop at the house and get him water anyways. The tire's off. I have enough seed that I should be able to do like 12 acres. Granted, I am going to stop. We're going to go plant 9. Then we're going to do a little bit of a shuffle. So I'm going to have somebody bring me down some seed for a trial part. So I got that half bag. So we need that. And then I got to think this over. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Okay, I got 4 varieties. So we're loaded with 95 day, which majority of what we're gonna plant tonight is gonna be 95 day. We got some 101 day. Trying to think exactly what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, the 101, I probably should plant a 101 first, but I'm learning. So I haven't planted any of these varieties ever. So I don't know what works well where, based on our soils. when we were 100% Master's Choice for 4 years, I knew what I liked. So I got some Master's Choice. It's a little different than my 5250. It's Roundup Ready. It's similar, but it's not exactly the same. So I forget how many days this actually is. Should be falling over here. 103. So that is 103. And then we got 101. And then we got the 95 day that we're planting right now. And then this is a 104 that we started planting. So I got a half bag of the 104 that we're gonna load into the planter. So I got 4 varieties. 2 rows are gonna be each one. We're gonna do a pass like that, so I can literally walk the field and see the variations between it. But this pallet should be good to load me up and keep me going for the night. I'm trying to think if I need any more. I don't think so. I think we're good. So we're gonna go plant what we have. That way we can move seed hoppers and call it good, or move seed from one hopper when we get to that point. I should have enough space. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bags will give me 30 some acres. So that should put me in a good place. We'll plant till we run out of this pallet, and then tomorrow we'll go pretty heavy with that. That's my plan. Well, some of these bags we're only using a little bit of that one. We're only using a little bit of this one. That's the 101. And then we'll dump it back in the bag, and then we'll plant the rest. This is for you guys, and for a little, well, it's for me, but you guys get to see it. So we are all tight. Checked the planter last night when I left. I'm actually very, very happy with how everything's going. Rolling into some planting. So we're just next door to where the triticale was. I skipped this one last night because I wanted to do the ones by the houses, and by the time I got done. So that will be the last of the corn on the farm, right on the premises. And except for like an acre in the woods that I got a disc, but we got to unhook the rolling baskets. But we're rolling. Got some tacos going on here. So Ronaldo hooking it up as always, and beef quesadilla. So that's my go-to. Let me show you guys some light. There you go. I don't need any sauce. I'm not a hot fan. But authentic tacos, absolutely. So if you have authentic tacos or know of an awesome place, drop it in the comments. Tell me where it is, because we're gonna be doing road trips this summer. I think we're gonna go to Virginia, Maryland, probably gonna end up in Kentucky. We're going to Illinois for Renner Stock 100 Years of Horsepower, which is August 25th to the 27th, I believe, out in Illinois. So if there's places in between, let us know, because we always love good food. But I'm gonna keep following my AB lines, and in these small fields, somebody made the comment that, oh, you'll need your marker arms. So this field is 3 acres, and I use my marker arms to make the boundary line so I know my second pass. But once I get that figured out, I think we can do it automatically. But other than that, they stay like this, which is nice. If we don't need the marker arms, I'm right on point with that. Watching the rows out the side, it tells you your offset distance up here. So 0 inches, 0.39. It starts alarming if it's over 6. You got to remember, hand steering it, following a line, you'll easily be over 6, especially you turn around, look at the planter, look back up, forward. So loving it, absolutely loving it on the small fields. I've had quite a few people already call me and ask me my thoughts on it, and I'm impressed so far. User friendliness and everything else like that. So see, we're over by 2 foot just because I came out of the end, shut auto steer off. But yeah, we're moving. I'm excited to get into some big fields, and then I can really utilize this thing. These small fields, yes, we're going odd shapes and things like that. But let me put it down in the ground and get going. There we go. If I don't line up straight coming in, it fights it a little bit to get it, and if you slow down, it solves that because it knows it's on the line. That's the only thing. If I come in hot sideways, it's got a little bit of a delay there, but yeah, 1 inch off, I think we're gonna be okay. So I go by and I see there's 2 cars sitting there, and I see a can sitting in the driveway, and I don't know if it was a soda can or a beer can, whatever. The police will show up at some point. Anyways, I'm not gonna ruin some high schoolers' fun. But oh, that's the police behind me actually. I didn't even have to call them. Well, it looks like the police. They're gonna turn around, I think. Maybe they didn't see him. But I saw a can sitting in the driveway, so I stopped and backed up. Some kid was standing there, and I said, make sure there's no cans that are left in that driveway. Hello. And the kid's like, what? So we'll see when we come back if there's cans laying there, because that will kill a cow. So I'm surprised the police didn't realize. Like, he was standing in the walkway when I went by. So I had to stop and get Yanko dinner. I jumped out there. And let's see, is somebody still in here? Are they still sitting in here? Yeah. Oh, maybe not. I think he left. Okay, we're just making sure there's no cans. There was a can sitting right in the middle of the road, but this is a cover crop ground. Let's see, there's not as much, but I don't think we put as much manure out here, so that made the difference. So this stuff might actually dry down pretty quickly that we get into it. Yeah, GoPro doesn't pick it up at night nearly as good, but alrighty. I'm glad that whoever that was picked their can up, but I definitely probably scared them that I told them, oh nope, there they all are. Yeah, kids. That was good timing. So kids from other towns come out here and hang out, and yeah, the cops eventually show up because they're like, oh, why is this car parked out here? So yeah, I wasn't gonna ruin their fun as long as they didn't disrespect all our stuff, because I have come across where I went to go chop and there was boxes and beer cans all throughout the field, and it's not really ideal. So that is why when we see people doing sketchy things, we're like, can you not do that? Because we end up having to pick it up. So got this little field here, so we gotta plant that one. We'll do that on our way back. I'm trying to go to a location where there is houses next to where I'm planting. That way I get it done. So what time is it? 9 o'clock. So I should be able to roll out of here 10:30, and then I can keep rolling. There's places that are getting heavy rain, so I am pushed for time, and that's why I said we're gonna run. We're gonna see where we get to. This is where the 7520 got a little stuck. Forgot about that tree, but I think it's a little too wet, so we're not gonna have anybody come push that out. But right there, I'm hoping the planter just coasts through it. We will see. I'm not all the way to the edge, but we're definitely throwing up some mud. Oh, I feel like we're sinking. Not ideal, but it's not like I'm gonna skip the back, because if we don't plant nothing, nothing grows anyways. So might as well try to plant something and see what this year brings to us. That wasn't that bad. But we go from that to then you see it's dried out up here. So, well, drier. So, somebody earlier asked me, oh, Dylan Clark's calling us. Yes, hold on. You are on the Duffy Ag YouTube channel.
Oh boy.
Hey, thoughts on this? Are you supposed to have diff lock used when you're planting corn?
It's done before. It was done last night. You were on the phone for it.
I know, we just did it just now. I got diff lock, well, I got auto diff lock on, but alrighty, people.
How do you like that auto diff lock?
It slaps around a little too much. So auto diff lock, you throw it on, but the second you turn it and it shuts off aggressively, but it will stay on, and then it shuts off over road speed. But like, you really want diff lock on when you're like hammering, like what we're about to do right through this little ditch where the 7520 got stuck. We're gonna go a little left and see what we can do.
Play around it. Don't muddy that thing up.
Oh no, we're doing pretty good. The road cleaners are like a little snowplow in some of the wetter spots. Oh yeah, no, we're good. We've dried out, so alrighty. I'm gonna have a heart-to-heart conversation about life here. We're rolling. So I made an AB, but I overplanted. I forgot to make it when I was coming through the other side. Yeah, it's always good. So call your buddies. You're sitting here, you're talking, because Dylan's in the same boat. He's gonna be out late. I'm gonna be out late. Talk to Andy Walton for a little bit on the call. Just hang out, have a good time. And we're planting now. GPS is on. Did our 2 passes on the outside. So Dylan's in a 16-row deer planter at Beck's Farms in New York. And yeah, he's planting away. He jumped in it and drove manure truck earlier and whatnot. We all know Dylan from, he welded the tanker. So Dylan does not have a YouTube channel, because people ask that. Having a YouTube channel takes a different person, to be honest. It's a lot of, yeah, it's a lot of challenges, and you gotta really be committed to having a full-time YouTube channel, stuff like that, putting out videos frequently. So my headlands weren't big enough to make a full loop, so we're gonna have to jump some as we go. We're backing up. Yep. We should dive right into dinner. Haven't really actually ate anything, but ate one taco. Ain't go had dinner. How was your dinner? You have a good day? He was hot. Tomorrow's supposed to be hot too, and might have chances of rain, so hopefully not. I'm not really sure if we're not gonna fit down through here. Okay, back up. I was gonna sneak down and start at the end, but I guess we're gonna jump in the field and then go around. But yeah, we were hitting this marker arm over here is down. So I did the field across the road where it was a little wet, where the 7520 played some games, and it almost got stuck, but it did not get stuck. I keep forgetting how wide an 8-row is. Yeah, in the bushes. Yep, we're through. Okay. So I'm gonna go down to this end, and this field, this is the biggest field that I've run continuously, which will be cool to see this thing run. I'm gonna do a lot of tests, or trials, I guess, in this field. So I'm excited. I got my flags for 1 row that we're gonna do every variety, and we're gonna do it in here, that way I can see it. This guy's house here, which is wicked cool, he's got a Genesee Cream Ale sign on above his garage. Like, come on, you know he's a baller. So I was gonna say, you know, but it's on some nights. I don't know if it's on when he's partying or what. I should ask him. But let me set this up. I'm getting a seed delivery in supposedly 13 minutes. We will see. So this right here is our plot. I'm doing 2 rows of each just to see, just to make sure that, just to compare side by side in the same field. So each row has different varieties. I got a flag. We're gonna put the flags, they're actually the precision plant flags, because I gotta put stakes as we go down for what we're doing later. So here we go. There's a flag, and I'll do it at the other end too. We're not exactly on there, but there's a flag. Let's get ready to party. So this will give us an idea, side by side, 2 rows at a time, what the varieties actually do in the same element. So I got the 95 day that I'm planting in these 2 boxes. Then 104 in that box, then Master's Choice, then 101 in the very last 2 boxes. So from here, we're just gonna plant all the 95 day in the rest of the field and what we're gonna do for the rest of the night. But that will allow us to have the rows all next to each other and just be able to walk into the field in a general selection and see what it looks like. So we're not doing yields or anything on that because we're not filling it that much, and I'm not gonna weigh, well, I'm gonna weigh some of this stuff. I'm gonna get some scales. But at some point we should do that. Do some test strips. Having an 8-row corn planter and a 6-row head. Yeah, at some point we'll do that. Probably next year, not this year. I'm just lucky that my father did bring me down seed right now, so it's 10:30 at night. The neighbor was actually out watching us, and they're good people. So there we go. We'll get to the end, and I'm gonna go flag that so I have a general idea at both ends where we're at. Alrighty, switched all back. So did the 1 pass, took all the seed out that we put in. Well, we didn't put a whole bag in anything, and now I'm loaded up. I got about 32 acres worth of seed on me. Yeah, if my math's right, we loaded 9, and I figure I got 2 more that were down there that we emptied all the hoppers into that. So let's get planting. I made the mistake of leaving the door open for like 30 seconds, and yeah, we got bugs in here and stuff now. Last night it was brutal, but tonight, yeah, let's keep the door shut. So now we are rolling 4.6. We probably should drop it back a little bit. There we go, 4.3. So 10.4 acres per hour, 10.5 acres per hour. So yeah, we are gaining. I don't know what this means. I don't know, negative something. I should look that up. I did move us over a little. I think we were crowding in the past, that other row. So we actually made it a little wider. This will be my last one for the night. So it is 12:15. Time we get out of here, it'll be 12:30. I'm across the street from my house. I thought about running for another hour or 2, but if I'm gonna run over there, not finish and come back, I might as well go to bed for a few hours and wake up and do it all. So we're down here. This is pretty rocky ground. This used to be basically a compost pad area, screener area. That, yeah, we got some rocks that bounce around places, and one day a few years ago I was like, well, if we're not going to use it anymore, we might as well farm it. And yeah, it's not ideal, but acre's an acre, right? Well, I guess I better finish my tacos. We better shut everything down. Oh, no, I wanted to actually shut you down. And get some sleep. 12:30. We'll be up in a few hours and get going. So, hey, appreciate you guys joining along today. We had some challenges. We did do some test plotting. Well, got a bunch of corn in the ground, which is good. Tomorrow should be a good day. It's gonna be friggin' hot. I think the high of in the 90s, 93. Today was a high of 86, so it wasn't that bad, right? And then maybe rain in the night. I'm hoping not, because we got cover crop down. But can't control Mother Nature. But appreciate you guys watching along. I'm gonna go get some sleep, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.